Phone's not blinking. Okay,
There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Taluka,
I'm Jenna.
and we're going to be focusing on units 9 and 10 for today's video because it's the end of the year and we're probably not getting to these units anyway. But for those of you who are, we wanted to focus on them and talk about the themes, the anchor charts, and some project ideas for these units. Before we get into that, a couple of announcements. It's Teacher Appreciation Week coming up. As I'm sure you've heard, there's going to be a TPT sale. It's 25% off on TPT using the code THANKYOU23. And then we've also put our planner shop on sale, so you can get 15% off of planners, keychains, lanyards, stickers, all of that fun stuff using that same exact code. But aside from that, we have a fun thing going on for Teacher Appreciation Week, and that is we're calling it like the Teacher Bestie nomination. Really just if there is a teacher in your life that you want to recognize for their amazing work, we have a Google form, and you can fill it out with a nice little message for them, and we're sharing those out on our social media channels. And then we're also choosing a bunch each day. We haven't decided how many yet, but we're going to choose a whole bunch each day from the submissions that are shared to win things. Like we have TPT gift cards, we have a new resource that we'd like to give out. We're going to give away probably some stickers, things like that, cute things. But either way, we're going to be sharing all of the submissions online. So it's kind of like Candygrams, like feeling. Where you like write a little message to your friend and then it's delivered to their classroom.
Digital Candygram.
Yeah, yeah. So far, we've gotten like over 60 nominations or submissions, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just making each other feel good.
We'll post the link to that Google form in the caption. All right, and then lastly, the M&M Fitting It All In course officially starts tomorrow. So that's the course that I designed to walk you through my entire process, start to finish, for how I made benchmark work for me in my classroom. We'll go over the components of the program and little things that I did to kind of enhance each of those components, how to plan a unit from start to finish, how to plan out your small groups and have a lot of really neat tools to share with you all in that module, and then how to design the perfect anchor chart to launch each unit, how to come up with extension ideas and a lot of like fun planning templates that go along with that, and then a last module that's just like everything else that I had to share that didn't quite fit in one of the other modules. So this is a self-paced course, meaning that you can log in and take it at your own pace. But we also have like a live cohort accommodating it. So for starting tomorrow, if you'd like to move with us in the cohort, we'll tackle it module by a module per week, so that we're working on it together this summer. Otherwise, you can always just enroll and forget about it until August or whatever, or take it at any point this summer at your own pace. So I'll post the link to that so we can get you registered and in this cohort before it closes.
Meet a new teacher bestie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So do we want to do the 9 and 10 together?
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, let's do 9.
Okay.
Themes and then 10 themes.
Okay. And then projects all together at the end, or 9?
No, let's break it up by unit.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the essential questions for unit 9. So we have kindergarten, why do we make choices? First grade, why do people trade with each other? Second grade, how do the goods we make, buy, and sell connect us? Third grade, what do our economic choices tell us about ourselves? Fourth grade, how does access to resources influence people's lives? And then fifth grade, how do economic changes impact society? So a lot to do with economics and resources.
Yeah.
And then extension ideas. So for kindergarten, have students cut out ads from magazines or online and glue them into a poster or a T-chart for wants and needs. So that would be probably not around Christmas time. First grade, invite a service worker from the community, so a firefighter, a policeman, to talk to the students about what they do and the importance of their job. second grade, I saw so many of these ideas when I was planning the farmer's market, or like a lemonade stand type idea where you sell things like at recess or in the morning, I've seen, and then you donate the money to a good cause. And then I also saw an idea of just fun, crafty with vegetable painting. So I know like slicing a fruit or vegetable and then using that to,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, paint. Third grade, so developing a business plan, and there is a product that goes along with this.
Yeah, something I made on that's available on TPT.
Yeah, so come up with a way to raise funds, and then I think the idea was non-candygrams. Is that?
Yeah, so this is what I did with my third graders specifically. We did a candygram sale, but without candy, so like pencils and things like that. They sold little crafts too that they created, but first they had to come up with a business plan and decide on what they wanted to sell, who we were going to donate the proceeds to, how much money we needed as our like initial investment on a loan, basically. So the money that I spent on materials for the crafts, we had to like pay that back and make that back. I really just donated it all in the end, but I had to teach them what like a loan is and an initial investment, startup funds. And then they ended up coming in during recess, like in shifts, to create these little crafts. And what I did was I just used the die cut machine, and we did the hearts that have the little pencil cut out. So we stuck a pencil in there. And then they came up with a way to sell them. So they had to come up with, they did those silly like arrows signs, and they had a little booth. I had a parent come in and help with that so that it wasn't all me. But they set up their booth at recess, and the kids had to pay with like a quarter or something like that. And they had to come up with a way to organize the entries. So we had Ziploc baggies for each class. And so if a student, say like Olive, came and said, I want to buy one for Will. Will is in room 12. So she would fill out her little non-candygram. And then afterwards, we'd put it in the room 12 bag so that it was organized that way. And then the morning of, on the day that they were delivered, we split up the baggies, and then the kids went in little teams to go and like pull them out, read them, and give them to the recipients. And we raised a little over $1,000, and we donated it to Pennies for Patients.
That's fun. Yeah, so there's a project that we'll post about that also, just like all of the information you need to do that with your class. Fourth grade, so natural resources and how that impacts jobs and industries. Research the natural resources that your state produces and how they impact jobs in the industry in your state. So obviously here in Florida it would be fishing, and I know orange juice. Zephyr Hills water is manufactured here, all those things. And then fifth grade, have students design their own city and create a map or a 3D model.
That's cool. All right, should I go over Unit 10?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Unit 10. Oh no, let's show the anchor chart first. Yeah. So here's the anchor chart. Normally we go over this before the extension ideas, but that's okay. The anchor chart, this is the one that I printed for third grade, Unit 9. We talk about goods, services, what a producer is, what a consumer is, what it means to save, what the economy is, what that means, and then spending. So it looks like this. We have a lot of really great domain-specific vocabulary embedded into this anchor chart so that we're building background knowledge, and we teach this chart before getting into the unit text and talking about the themes so that we are providing the students with that background and that foundation. All right, so these by the way, are in my Planned For Me pack. I have them designed for all the units, grades K through 5. All right, now Unit 10 for kindergarten is what makes things move. First grade is how would our lives be different without sound, light, and heat. Second grade is how can matter change. Third is how does understanding science help us achieve our goals. Fourth, where do scientific discoveries lead us? Fifth, why do we measure and describe the world? Here's the anchor chart for third grade, Unit 10. Let's let this come into focus here. Okay, so we've got force, what a pendulum is, magnetism, and then we've got push, pull, what gravity is, and magnetism here is with little graphics. So everything that's underlined here is vocabulary. So we've got motion, friction, gravity, magnets, north pole, south pole, attract, atoms, electrons. So as I said, we're building a ton of vocabulary and background knowledge before getting into the weekly text.
So extension ideas. So you could have your kindergarten students build ramps and then race Hot Wheels, or my son loves monster trucks. And I was just thinking, using different materials. So you could even take it like a step farther, like using blocks or using, my son loves those like magnetiles, or what material works the best to help build your ramp. First grade, make instruments from recycled materials and listen to the sounds that they make. Second grade, put a gummy bear, an ice cube, and a small piece of chocolate in the sun and see which substance melts the fastest. And then you can fill out a prediction chart and observe them at different intervals of time. So 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you can graph your results. So just when I was going through these projects, these are, I know it's coming up on the end of the year and you probably maybe aren't here yet, but these could all just be like things that you're incorporating and they're covering the unit, but you're maybe not necessarily going in depth onto it. So, third grade, it's talking about swinging and flying kites, playing tug of war, and playing soccer. So again, you could go outside and do all of these activities with your students. There's also a lot of great mystery science connections all throughout all of these units. So that could be another thing that you could incorporate. And then fourth grade is you could build simple circuits. And then they also cover Benjamin Franklin pretty heavily. So you could research some of his inventions and then share with your classmates the findings. And then fifth grade, have students participate in science lessons where they change the state of matter through physical or chemical reactions. And then obviously there's, making ice cream, making butter. Something that I used to do in third grade when we covered this was, even though this is fifth grade here, we did like a movie and pancakes day. And so that was just something. So the teacher would be in the back and you talk about the batter. Okay, it's the batter. And then now you're going to cook it. So it's going through that change. But then, hello, end of year, here's a pancake, here's a movie. I'm going to go pack some boxes back here, whatever you need to do. But that could just be, that was just another one that popped in my head when I was coming up with this list. So, yeah.
All right. So those are units 9 and 10, themes, anchor charts, and extension ideas. If you've got any questions, just let us know in the comments, and we will be sharing the links to all of the things that we talked about. Have a great rest of your year. Yeah. We have 14 days? 15 days left.
Not that I'm counting.
Yeah. What's your countdown? Let us know. And yeah, have a great summer.
Great teacher appreciation. Enjoy all the treats and hugs and good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.